Sports, everyone loves them. But did you know that beyond soccer, basketball and baseball, there are some truly bizarre and unusual sports played around the world? From wrestling with toes to chasing a giant rolling cheese and even playing soccer in a giant bubble, these sports will leave you amazed, laughing, and maybe even wanting to try them yourself. So buckle up and get ready to explore the craziest, funniest, and most unique sports ever played. Let's jump right in. Number 1 in the interesting list is chess boxing, a mix of chess and boxing. Chess boxing was invented by French comic book artist Enki Bilal and adapted by Dutch performance artist Ipe Rubing as an art performance, and has subsequently grown into a competitive sport. Players alternate between 4 minutes of chess and 3 minutes of boxing. Win by knockout or checkmate. Sergio, Carl Ward, Dustin, Cameron and Sean are a few chess boxing champions from different nationalities. Our second unusual sport is Quidditch, the real-life version, inspired by Harry Potter, but played without flying. Teams run with broomsticks between their legs and try to score by throwing balls into hoops. It's a mix of rugby, dodgeball and handball. The sport was created in 2005 at Middlebury College in Middlebury, Vermont, by Zander Manschel and Alex Benepe, who later became the first commissioner of Quidditch. In April 2017, Oxford Dictionaries recognized Quidditch as a word. In July 2022, the new name quadball was announced, which references the game's 4 balls and retains Q as the first letter. Let's move to our third unusual sport, and it is shin kicking, an ancient British sport where 2 players try to kick each other's shins until one falls. They typically attempt to strike their opponent's shin with the inside of the foot as well as their toes. Success in the event requires both agility and the ability to endure pain, with the loser crying out sufficient when he has had enough. Competitors stuff their socks with straw for protection. In 1951, the sport was included as the World Shin Kicking Championships and remains one of its most popular events, drawing crowds of thousands of spectators. Another in the list is underwater hockey, also known as octopush, in the United Kingdom. It's played underwater with small hockey sticks and a weighted puck. Players hold their breath while pushing the puck into the opponent's goal. Underwater hockey is now played worldwide with the Confédération Mondiale des Activités Subaquatiques, abbreviated CMAS, as the world governing body. The first Underwater Hockey World Championship was held in Canada in 1980. And the fifth is, toe wrestling. Toe wrestling is a contact sport where competitors lock toes and try to push each other's foot to the wall of a podium. It's similar to arm wrestling, but with feet. Competitors stand on a podium with 2 walls called a tuidium. They lock toes and keep their foot flat against their opponent's. The goal is to push your opponent's foot to the wall. The match is made up of 3 rounds, alternating feet each round. Matches can last up to 2 hours. The World Toe Wrestling Championship was founded in 1974 in Wetton, Derbyshire, England, by a group of friends in a pub. The sport has become popular around the world. Let's move to our 6th unusual sport, sepak takraw, or sepak takraw. Also called bucaball, kick volleyball or foot volleyball, it's a team sport. It is played with a ball made of rattan or plastic between 2 teams of 2 to 4 players on a court resembling a badminton court. It is similar to volleyball and foot volley in its use of a rattan ball and players using only their feet, knees, shoulders, chest and head to touch the ball. Sepak takraw is often referred to as a mixture of volleyball due to its use of a net, and association football, as players use their feet. Played mostly in Southeast Asia, there are more than 30 countries with national sepak takraw organizations, with representatives in the International Sepak Takraw Federation, ISEF, overseeing the sport. Let's move to the bossa ball now, a mix of volleyball, soccer and trampolining, played on an inflatable court with a trampoline in the middle. Originated in Spain, and music is a major component of a bossa ball show. The person overseeing the game is called the samba referee and does not only make calls but also serves as the master of ceremonies with the help of a whistle, a microphone, percussion instruments and a DJ set. Another in the amazing list is kabaddi, a contact sport popular in India, Iran and Bangladesh. Players must tag opponents, then return to their side while holding their breath. It's like tag and wrestling combined. It is the national sport of Bangladesh. The term kabaddi is from a Tamil word composed of kai and pidi, meaning hand catch. In the 21st century, South Korea is one of the fastest rising nations in international kabaddi, having beaten India in the opening match of the 2016 Kabaddi World Cup. Trust me, the ninth sport is the funniest and craziest bubble soccer. Yes, you heard it correctly. Players wear giant inflatable bubbles and try to play soccer. More bouncing and crashing than actual scoring. Bubble football was first created in Norway by Henrik Elvestad and Johan Golden in 2011, when it made an appearance on their TV show, Golden Goal. The game was spread in the UK by Lee Mosley, who self-financed. Now in the US, it is overseen by its governing body, the BBA. In May 2018, the first ever World Cup took place in London in Shoreditch, located in the London borough of Hackney, with the finals taking place at Wembley. Nations who attended the World Cup include Finland, Brazil, Portugal and Spain. Have you ever tried? Or are you looking to wrap yourself in this giant ball and compete? 10th in the list is, wait, what? Am I reading it right? Rabbit jumping? Okay, originated in Sweden. Rabbits compete in high jumps and obstacle courses, just like horse jumping. Competitions have been held in the United States and several European countries. As rabbits are common domestic pets, some owners train their pet rabbits for this sport. The world record for the highest rabbit jump is 107 centimeters and was achieved in March 2023 by Holloway GTH Tennessee, owned by Marie Kozubkova from the Czech Republic. Do you have any rabbits you can train for the sport? Oh my God, I can't believe the 11th sport, and it is Gruning, the ugliest face contest. Gruning competitions are thought to have originated in 1297 at the Egremont Crab Fair in the UK, named after the crab apple, which are pretty sour. It makes sense then that as part of Crab Fair in this part of the world, they hold face-pulling competitions to see who can make the ugliest face. A British competition where people try to make the weirdest, funniest faces. The best contorted face wins. Anne Woods was 28 times the winner of the Women's World Gurning Championship. Wow! And the list does not end here. We are right at the next unusual sport, and it is zorbing. People roll down hills inside a giant plastic ball. Looks fun, but also very dizzying. Zorbing, also known as globe riding, sphering, orbing. The first zorbing site was established in Rotorua, New Zealand by Zorb Limited. The Guinness Book of World Records recognizes 5 sphering records. It is very challenging as well, as there are several fatal injuries recorded with the sport. The 13th sport on the list is making me scared to hell: ferret legging. Contestants put live ferrets inside their pants and see who can last the longest. Ferret legging is an endurance test or stunt in which ferrets are trapped in trousers worn by a participant. Also known as put-'em down and ferret down trousers, it seems to have once been popular among coal miners in Yorkshire, England. The pair, Frank Bartlett and Christine Farnsworth, managed 5 hours and 30 minutes of ferret legging, raising £1,000 for the Whittington community first responders. The 14th sport on our list will make you hungry. Yes, it is cheese rolling, the Cooper's Hill cheese rolling and wake. Many people tumble and crash, but the cheese always wins. Every year in Gloucester, England, people chase a giant rolling cheese wheel down a hill. The first person to catch the cheese, or tumble to the bottom, wins. The Guardian called the Cooper's Hill cheese rolling and wake a world-famous event. The event has a long tradition, held by the people of the village, but now people from a wide range of countries take part in the competition as well. The 15th sport on the list will blow the mind of married couples, and it is Jukonkanto, a Finnish race where men carry their wives through an obstacle course. The sport was first introduced in 1992 in Sonkajärvi, Finland. The only equipment allowed is a belt worn by the carrier and a helmet worn by the carried. The winner gets their wife's weight in beer. Wife-carrying contests have taken place in Australia, the United States, Hong Kong, India, Germany, the UK and other parts of the world besides Finland and nearby Sweden, Estonia and Latvia. The sport even has a category in the Guinness Book of Records. Let's move to the 16th surprising sport, and it is extreme pogo. Players perform crazy tricks and flips on high-powered pogo sticks. Some jump over cars and staircases. Extreme pogo is an action sport that involves riding and performing tricks using a pogo stick. The sport draws inspiration from other action sports such as skateboarding, BMX and parkour. Athletes will have various focuses in tricks or street-style bouncing using urban environments as obstacles. It has been held worldwide, although it is currently based in Wilkinsburg, Pennsylvania, home of X-Pogo, a business that produces the competition and manages many properties in the world of extreme pogo. This sport makes me speechless. Let me take a pause and announce the name worm charming. Competitors play music or tap the ground to make worms come out of the soil. The person who charms the most worms wins. The activity is usually performed to collect bait for fishing, but can also take the form of a competitive sport in areas such as the UK and East Texas. The town of Sopchoppy, Florida, has held an annual worm grunting festival since 2000. The purpose is to create vibrations in the soil that mimic moles, a predator of worms, or shock the worms with a loud noise. The 18th sport will comfort or thrill your pets. It is dog surfing. Dogs compete to ride waves on surfboards. The best doggy surfer wins a prize. Imperial Beach in California has been described as the largest dog surfing competition in the United States. The winner of the 2024 event was a Staffordshire Terrier named Boo with owner Dane, and the Best Wipeout award went to a Kelpie named Banjo. It requires well and proper training in order to get your dog to surf. Can you imagine your dog surfing in California now? Next on the list is unicycle polo. Just like regular polo, but players ride unicycles instead of horses. Also known as unicycle hockey, this is a game where players try to hit the ball with their sticks into the other team's goal, except that each player must be mounted on a unicycle to play the ball. The governing body for unicycle hockey is the International Unicycling Federation, which publishes the rules for all unicycle sports. The current world champions, from Unicorn 19 in Ansan, Korea, are the Swiss team. Guys, you won't believe the next strange sport, and it sounds quite expensive. It is mobile phone throwing. Mobile phone throwing is an international sport that began in Finland in the year 2000. It's a sport in which participants throw mobile phones and are judged on distance or technique. The world record holder is Dries Feremans with an official Guinness World Record throw of 110 meters and 42 centimeters. There are usually 4 categories in the sport: original, also called traditional, which is an over-the-shoulder throw with the farthest distance winning best of 3. Freestyle, where contestants get points for aesthetics and creative choreography. Team original, where up to 3 competitors have 1 throw each, with their scores combined at the end. And junior, for children aged 12 or younger. The phones used vary not just between events, but between competitors, with any phone that weighs over 220 grams being acceptable. And the 21st and last unusual sport is making me already freeze, guys. It is the Snowball Fighting Championship, also known as Yukigassen. Today, there are annual tournaments in Japan, Finland, Norway, Russia, Australia, Sweden, Alaska, Armenia, and Canada. Teams battle in a snowy showdown. Players are eliminated when hit with snowballs. Players wear special Yukigassen helmets with face shields, and a set number of snowballs are made in advance.